Welcome to Show's World Gamers. Josh here. We are back in Nintendo World Championships NES Edition, and we are all the way to competition. Boom, there it is. 67. Competition 67. These are our 5 challenges for this week. But in this video, we're going to be taking on survival mode. That's right. We're going to be taking on other gamers from around the world and trying to stack those cups, get that silver cup, get that gold cup. But as we get in here, do me a quick favor. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you're enjoying these videos, hit that like button. All right, so here we go. We got the silver division, we got the gold division. We'll start with the silver division. As always, we'll start with 8 other gamers from around the world. We got to finish in the top 4. If we're able to do that, we'll move on to round 2, where we'll face those other 3 gamers. If we finish in the top 2, we will move on to the final round, where it'll be 1-on-1 for the cup. All right, so we got our group of gamers here. We got a couple Japanese gamers, Ethmo, Alicon, Michi, Sam, and Andreas. All right, let's get in here. We're starting with Curtain Call Larry. All right, take out Larry as fast as possible. Got to finish in the top 4. All right, we got first, not the smoothest run, only an A++, not an S, but it is good enough to move on to round 2. It looks like our last Japanese gamer there just finished up. So who do we got moving on? We got Ethmo, Andreas, and Sam moving on to round 2. All right, subspace exploration. We got to go into the subspace, and we got to get that mushroom as fast as possible. All right, hey, there we go. We got an S there. First place. We'll take that. Not a bad score there. All right, everybody is done. So it looks like we're moving on to the final round, 1-on-1 versus Ethmo. All right, ooh, I've been struggling at this one for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on. All right, we'll see if we can get it done here. All right, we messed up quite a bit there, but we're back on track. Okay, we're going to easily win this one, but not smooth by any means. Oh, look at that, we even fell there. All right, only an A+. All right, A rank in Master. All right, here we go. All right, well, we got the silver cup. Kind of backed into it, not the smoothest, but we did get first in all 3 rounds. Only 1 S though, only 1 S. All right, gold cup's going to be much tougher. All right, let's move on to the gold cup. All right, we got a group of gamers here. We got GD Hawk, Morishi, Alex, Tomoko, and a couple of Japanese gamers. All right, we're starting with Curtain Call Larry. All right, we kind of didn't do that great on this one. All right, let's see if we can do better. All right, there we go. That's a first. 9-4-3. Not too bad of a score there. We got the S. We got first, so we are moving on. All right, we got a couple Japanese gamers moving on. Well, 1. We got Alex and Morishi. Moving on to round 2. Okay, we got to finish in the top 2. I've been struggling at this one so bad. All right, let's see if we can get it done. All right, I don't think we're going to get it. All right, here we go, Gold Cup. We got our group of gamers here, AA, Tomoko, Morishai, Programmer, GD, Benoit. All right, we're starting with Mario. We got to finish in the top 4. Been struggling at this one. Let's see if we can get it done. Maybe we'll play safe. We'll play it safe. We'll go to the top route. Alright, well, that couldn't have gone any rougher. Let's see if we're still able to survive here in the top 4. Third, man. All right, that was rough. That was rough. I could not get up there for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. All right, everybody's done. We did make it to... We did survive somehow. We survived. We made it in the top 4. We kind of backed our way in there. All right, next up, Curtain Call Larry. Let's see if we can get this one done. Gotta finish in the top 2. All right, we got it first. I played it a little safe on that one. We got a 970. All right. It's not a bad. That's not a terrible score. It's an S. It's an S. We'll take it. All right, moving on to the final. One-on-one versus Morishai. Can we get it done? It's Excite Bike. All right, Excite Bike, cool it. One-on-one for all the glory. Let's get it, Morishai. All right, we got it done. First place. Let's go. We got the gold cup. Man, it was a battle, but we got it done. There it is. Gold cup. 2 S's. Man, that first one, though, that in the zone, that A+, we barely scraped by on that one. That was rough. That was rough. But in the end, we got it done. We got our gold cup. We got our silver cup. We're having a blast with this game. I want to thank you guys for joining us on this one. Check back on Monday where we'll see how our final... standings end up being on each of the 5 challenges from this week. But I want to thank you guys for joining us on this one. Do me a favor, if you're new, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Shoach World, out.